Hey everybody, trying to get my lights fixed here. I guess that'll work okay. Got one of my lights I like to have a lot of lights so you guys can see what I'm doing, but not too much. Not so it's glaring at you. If you're here, say hello. Hi Carol. Happy Wednesday. I am going to tape my grid paper down here so it doesn't shift on me. Hope you're all, hi Loopy, hope you're all having a great day. It's beautiful here in Kansas City. It's a little chilly, but the sun's out. I was out running some errands this morning. Getting some year-end banking done, getting money in the bank and settling up on some things before the year end so I can relax. All that. Is anybody crafting today? Is anybody going to craft this weekend? We kind of got a long weekend coming. Let me know if you've got crafty plans. I hope to. We are going to move my mom home on Saturday, so I will be getting her settled, get her house all fresh and clean for her on Saturday, but I'm hoping maybe on Friday to do some crafting. You just started making a card, so you're crafting with us. That's so much fun. We're going to make 2 cards today. And I'm using basically the same sketch, or you could call it a map. Some people call them maps. I call them sketches, although I didn't really do a sketch, but I made 2 different cards here. And they're real simple. One's a Happy New Year card. Have a happy 2021. Let's celebrate. And then one is a little gift card card where you can slide in your gift card and slide it out. So I thought this was really cute to use that press-on stamp set that I used on Monday to make a gift card for coffee. Yes, Loopy. Friday is supposed to be kind of cold, stormy, and awful, so a fun day to stay in and craft. You could make this card just one sheet of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, but I went ahead and made it a full card so you could write a note inside. And I got this idea from Jennifer McGuire. She had a YouTube video, and I thought it was clever to put the gift card right on the front there. So we're using some new paper that's coming out in the new Spring Mini. It is, what is this called? It's called Oh So Ombre. I love the ombre, but for my cards today, I used the pattern side. The colors are Bermuda Bay, Granny Apple Green. There's some Blackberry Bliss. Here's the Blackberry Bliss, Rococo Rose. It's got a lot of different color options. I just love that ombre look though. So I used it for my coffee card because I thought those little, that little pattern maybe kind of looked like coffee beans. Hi Kim. Hi Connie. So for the first card, let's do the gift card first. We're going to do some heat embossing on this one. And love the colors. I know they're so fun to play with after we've been playing with kind of rich regal colors, aren't they? It's kind of nice to see some pastels and things. So for this card, I'm using a card base of 8.5 by 5.5. It's Thick Whisper White. Whenever I do a card base, I like to use the Thick Whisper White. Otherwise, you have a real top heavy, and then not, your other side of the card's a little lightweight after you've added your layers. So I like to use the Thick Whisper White when I use this for a card base. And I'm going to just adhere some of this this is Rococo Rose. This one is the Bermuda Bay color. You got one on one side and one on the other. I thought let's change it up a little bit so you can kind of see the differences. So I cut this layer down pretty tight. It's 4 3/8, no, 4 1/8, and 5 3/8. Normally I do 1/4 of an inch, but I just did an 1/8 of an inch edge. Then we are going to heat emboss our stamp, which I am using the press-on stamp set again that I used on Monday. And I'm using these fun little coffee cups. Looks like I've already got it on here. Here we go. And I want some white Stampin' Emboss powder, some Versamark, and I'm going to use my anti-static tool. Stampin' Up! No longer carries this. I think it was called an embossing buddy, but you can find them anywhere. You can find them on Amazon, and you can make them yourselves. So look on your Pinterest and discover how to create your own little anti-static tool, probably with things you have already at home. Okay, so I'm taking some Versamark ink, and I'm going to try and stamp this straight on here without getting my head in like I did Monday. That was horrible. And then I'm going to just sprinkle some of my white emboss powder. I have all kinds of crumblies in my powder. I don't know if you can see. They don't affect how it works. Somehow they just get in there. I don't know why they discontinued it. It must not have been selling well, or I don't know. I ask that question a lot, Kim. There are a lot of things that I wonder, why do they do that? Okay, I'm going to use my heat tool, so pardon the noise. And we're going to heat this up. I love heat embossing. Hey, Sue Mason. Okay. So that is going to cover up our little apparatus that we're going to put our gift card on. And for that, I've taken a piece of 3/4 inch Whisper White cardstock, and this one is 7.5. Just a little scrap. And I just kind of wrapped it around this coffee gift card that I had. I keep one around here to use for kind of it's my model It's my gift card model. And then I'm just going to take some, I think I'm going to take some Stampin' Seal Plus because I want this to stick really good. So there we go. It's kind of like a belly band for your, hi Kathy, sorry you have to work. We all have to make a living, right? For your gift card. And then I'm going to just adhere it right onto the card front. And again, for that, I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus because I want it to be really stuck on there. So now our coffee card just slips right inside. Isn't that fun? And then we're going to add this on top with some Stampin' Dimensionals. And I'm just going to put them on the edges because this is popped up a little bit. And if I put one on there, it's going to be popped up higher than the edges, and we'll have a little hump. Ask me how I know. This one's kind of a little bit raised more than I really wanted it to be, but no big deal. So that's the card front. Isn't that fun? It's so simple. Now you could just use just the one sheet if you wanted to, but I went ahead and made it a full-size card. And I'm using another image from a sentiment from the press-on stamp set. This stamp set is going away as of January 4th. Will be the last day you can order it. It's retiring. And I owe you all an apology because I have been telling you, and I think when I sent the catalogs out, I even told you that the new catalog goes live on January 4th. That is a false statement. The new catalog goes live on January 5th. The old catalog is, well, the retiring products. January 4th is the last day you can purchase those. So you can go on my blog. I have a post that includes this spreadsheet, or you can go to leslie.stampinup.net shop and just click on the year-end closeout, and you'll see all of the discontinuing products. Some of them are highly discounted, some are not, but some of them there's a good deal still to be had. I just love this stamp set and wanted to get it before it went away. Oops, somehow. That'll work. I like to use the cling stamps on my Stampin' Stamparatus just because it's easier to get them straight on there. Like that. And then I'm going to use some Rococo Rose to coordinate with my card. The little coffee bean image. Hi, Donna. Thank you. I just love this stamp set. But I'm a coffee drinker. So I just am going to add a few little coffee beans kind of dropping here in the corner of the card. And that's our first card. Wasn't that easy? Okay, our second card is our have a happy 2021. Let's all cross our fingers and say a prayer that it will be a very happy 21. You know what? We can be happy whatever our circumstances, right? That's, if anything 2020 has taught us, we can be happy in all of our, we can choose to be happy in all the circumstances, right? Have a little joy. So I cut this one tight again. This is 4 1/8 by 5 and, what did I say, 3/8? Yeah. To put on, this is a Blackberry Bliss card base. So I'm using the Blackberry Bliss Designer Series paper from that Oso Ombre that's coming in the new catalog. I probably should have done the little dingy dodes, the little woo woo sparkles before I did that, but no worries. I'm going to take this stamp off. And I'm using my Stamparatus for this because I'm going to take make sure my placement's good. Because I'm probably going to ink it several times. And this image is also from the press-on stamp set. It's this image. It's kind of fun. I thought it looked kind of like Celebration. So this is the reason I use my Stamparatus on this one. I just want to make sure that those lines show up. So I'm going to do about 3 impressions. That's why I like to use my stamp placement tool for that. Now I'm going to wipe this off because we're going to have to reposition it. And I'm using my little piece of cardstock, my Blackberry Bliss, to kind of determine my placement. I want it right there probably. And I'm using Memento Black, Tuxedo Black ink. This is my favorite black ink. Okay. So I'm going to pull that off because I think we're going to use that another plate here in a minute. Now we're going to take that little piece of Blackberry Bliss. This is 1 3/4 by 3 1/2. And I am going to use my Stamparatus, and I'm using a stamp set from the new Holiday Mini. If you have ordered from me in the last year, you should have received one. If you don't have a demonstrator, I would be happy to send you one. So I'm just placing that on there. And I'm going to mask this stamp. This is from the Handsomely Suited stamp set. It's a stamp set with coordinating dies. I've seen some wonderful things made with this, so I'm excited to create with it. On Monday, on my Make It Monday, I hope to have a bunch of samples using the newer stamp sets. So I'm taking a piece of repositional tape and covering everything up except for the Have a Happy. And then I'm going to Versamark this. Be sure you take the tape off. Ask me how I know. Because I just did it without taking the tape off. You want to take the tape off, girls. No problem. We have a back. I just want to kind of get a couple of coats of that Versamark on there because this font is very, just kind of a tiny font. If that makes sense. Now we're going to use our white emboss powder. And there's a couple of little spots. I'm going to use my little paintbrush. I didn't use my anti-static tool. So we're going to heat emboss this. Okay. Now we're going to add the 2020, and for those I'm using the Playful Alphabet dies, and I'm using a little piece of the, what is this called? Rainbow Glimmer paper. It looks like this, and I just cut out a piece of the Blackberry Bliss. There's some Granny Apple Green, some Bermuda Bay. I believe this is Melon Mambo. It's just gorgeous glimmer paper. So I just cut a little piece out of the Blackberry Bliss, and I'm going to pull my numbers out here. Hopefully I haven't already done it and I've lost them now. Here's the 2, the 0, the 1, and I have a little exclamation point. And we'll have to run it back through for the second 2. When I made this card, I didn't realize there was a 1, so I guess I used a capital I or an L. But it works, right? So I'm going to grab I can get this out of the way. Isn't that paper fun, Sue? I love it too. Okay. And I got me some new plates, ladies. Happy New Year. They're not all bent and yuck and everything else. I just need to leave enough space for my second two. Did anybody get any fun crafting items for Christmas? Did they buy themselves a present, or did someone gift them something crafty this year? Comment if they did, if you received something fun, and what did you get? Would love to know. I've lost my little the little circle for my exclamation mark. So I might have to do that again. Those little suckers. We'll just do it again. My magnet's wanting to have a mind of its own today, so I think I'm going to use some tape. Okay, that's all the die cutting we're going to do. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, now we can put on our little embossed piece right here. We can put our numbers on, and I was going to show you a trick. I've showed you guys this trick before, but I use my grid paper to get these perfect, or as perfect as can be. And then I liked my little exclamation point to be kind of sassy over here on the side. You got a glass media mat. Awesome. Those are not cheap, girl. That is so cool. Okay, I am going to use some press and seal to do this. Have you guys seen this trick before? I've got everything lined up using my grid paper the way I want it. And then I'm going to just lay this press and seal down on those die cuts. This one's been used a couple of times, so it's not as sticky, but it'll work. Just when you peel it up, you want to make sure that the die cuts come with it. Like I said, I've used this one a couple of times. There we go. Okay, now they're on there straight, and I can put my I'm going to use just a little multi-purpose liquid glue. We could have used an adhesive sheet. That would have been helpful. Or we could use some mini, some fine tip glue. But this works for me. I don't want to get my head in again, y'all. I'm just going to kind of center that on there. And then slowly pull up that press and seal. And then everything's nice and straight. It's like transfer tape. Then I'm going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals and pop this up. Center it right there on the card. And the card front's done. And then for the insert, we're going to do a little masking. I use the Let's Celebrate You from the Celebrate Sunflower stamp set. This is in the annual catalog. This has some beautiful dies, coordinating dies and stuff that goes with it. I re-inked my Blackberry Bliss last night, so I hope this isn't a hot mess. Because it was a little dry. I'm going to get a new piece of tape. You could use a Post-it note, washi tape, anything like that. So what I did was I covered up the U because I just want it to say, whoops, Let's Celebrate. We're not big New Year's Eve people, so we made reservations for lunch tomorrow at Houlihan's. We like Houlihan's. So we'll go have a late lunch and then just come home and chill tomorrow. That's our plan. There we go. That's the interior of that card. So here it is in Blackberry Bliss. Here it is in Granny Apple Green. I kind of like it better in Granny Apple Green, that the numbers show up a little bit better, but it's pretty. And then here's our coffee gift card. This one is in Rococo Rose, and I can't find my original sample. Good grief, here it is. This one's in Bermuda Bay. So aren't those fun? So we basically made the same card, but they're totally different cards. So remember that when you're designing cards, if you're kind of stuck on something, go look at one that you've made in the past that you really liked, and try and change it up with different paper, different stamps, and all that. Okay, you guys, you have a happy and safe New Year's, and I will see you next year on Monday. And remember, the old catalog the retiring items go away on the 4th. You can order up until the 4th. The new catalog goes live on the 5th, which is a Tuesday, and I had that all mixed up, so I apologize for that. But what else is new, right? Okay, I love you so much, and we will talk soon. Bye-bye.